Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Magic and welcome back to my channel. Now today we'll be talking about the giant trailer for Black Ops 3 Zombies. It's a really interesting trailer and a lot of really interesting things happened in the trailer, so I'll be discussing all of them. And judging by the title of this video, you can probably tell the main things I'm going to be talking about. So before I start the video, I should make this clear. There are two versions of Tank, Nikolai, Takio, and Richtofen. The young versions of these four heroes are from Origins, and then the second version of these characters are the older versions of them. These characters are older Richtofen's test subjects, because he brainwashed them to believe that the younger versions of themselves did not exist. The scene is set in Dries in 1945. This is before the events of Richtofen, Shangri-La, and Dries take place. This is when and where older Richtofen betrays Maxis and locks him and his daughter Samantha in the teleporter room with the Hellhound version of Fluffy, Samantha's dog. And then we get a glimpse at the Dries clock, which abruptly stops, signifying that time has stopped and a new timeline in the zombie storyline has begun. Richtofen is then approached by the younger versions of Tank, Nikolai, and Takio. These characters are ones from Origins, and it brings up the question of how did they get here? Time travel, perhaps? The three heroes then tell the older Richtofen that he must do exactly as they say, and then Nikolai states that a great evil approaches, and that there is a chain of events that must be set in motion. Takio then states that older Richtofen must awaken the test subjects. The heroes then tell older Richtofen to not open the teleporter because he cannot comprehend the great evil that is in that teleporter. But Richtofen opens the teleporter anyways, and out walks the younger version of Richtofen from Origins. Older Richtofen walks up to him confidently, and younger Richtofen just glares at him and then shoots older Richtofen. After the younger version of Richtofen kills the older version of Richtofen, he kneels down and appears to take something from old Richtofen's body. Nikolai then comments that only a fool would dare to change history. Richtofen then replies by saying, "I am no fool. For what I do, I only do to secure a better tomorrow." So what exactly did young Richtofen change when he killed his older self? Now these are just a couple of ideas, but by killing Richtofen, that means that everything that older Richtofen did in this timeline, from this moment and beyond, no longer will occur. This means that the older versions of Tank, Nikolai, and Takio will not become brainwashed by older Richtofen. Thus, the events that occurred involving older Richtofen and his three brainwashed subjects will not occur in this timeline. For example, Richtofen, Shangri-La, and Dries will never take place in this timeline unless the younger versions of our heroes travel to those maps. This trailer is amazing because the death of older Richtofen means that so much is going to change, and history is going to essentially rewrite itself. Lastly, I have just one question from this trailer, and that's what happened to Maxis and Samantha. It is from my understanding that Maxis and Samantha were in the teleporter with the Hellhound version of Fluffy, yet when it is opened, a younger Richtofen walks out. Does this mean that Maxis and Samantha were not killed by the Hellhounds, or were they still killed? This was something that wasn't answered in the trailer, and I found it interesting because the death of Samantha and Maxis is only the beginning of their huge roles in the zombie storyline, and if they were to live, that would drastically change the storyline. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe and click the like button if you haven't done so already. Also, feel free to leave a comment, tell me what you thought about this video in the comment section below. Anyways guys, my name is Magic, and I'm out.